Hi guys, it's Neva from Manic Mama Musing, and it's Mental Health Monday, y'all. Look, I got me a little clicker, like, Linda, just the crochet sister, has. She clicks the little button. I have one too. Now I don't have to. Yeah. Unfortunately, this stand is sideways, and y'all might like that better, but I have problems knowing where to look. So forgive my eyes for looking all over the place. So, Mental Health Monday. What's that about? Well, if you've never been here before, it's where I talk about mental health, which is very important, just like physical health is. Health, not help, but we both all could use all kinds of help. Health. And so today, I had a subject in mind, and now I have completely spaced it. It went along with the lines of one of my friends. But so I just had counseling. Sorry, I was squirreling. I don't know where I was going with anything, so I'll just talk about. I had counseling, and he and I talked about. I don't mind sharing with y'all how my life has been so much. Well, I had a dream about a ex friend of mine. Um, we quit being friends because I realized that our friendship really only benefited her, which, you don't have to get something out of a friendship, but I was only her friend when it was convenient for her. Like, if she needed something, or I'm sure you've known people like that. So I had a dream about her last night. It's been like since before my mom passed, that we've spoken. And so it was so weird that I dreamt about her, and it was not a scary dream, but it wasn't a good dream either. Like, I called her some ugly names, I ain't gonna lie, in my dream. And I don't know why I dreamed about her. But I think my friend passing has made me realize that I need those friends that accept me exactly how I am, whether it be antisocial or however you want to put it. I'm not really antisocial. Maybe I am. I like being at home. I don't want a lot of company. I like being to myself in my little safe space. And I love my friends, and I don't mind messaging them and sometimes going to visit, but I just really like being in my own little bubble. I really do. Um, and I don't know whatever caused that in me, or if there was a reason, or it's just who I am. I don't know, but that's how I am. And I got to thinking about the people that have either left my life or I cut them out of my life, and they caused me stress. Like, whether it be they were sucking me into their drama, or they made me a part of their drama, or they just caused a lot of anxiety for me. And there were people that, I'll admit, it was my bad, but I became not such a good person when I was around them. That's my fault. You shouldn't let people affect you, but for whatever reason, when I was around them, I I was not a very pretty person. I was very ugly. And so I really think that some good advice is that you don't like cut everybody out of your life just because they don't fit into where you want them to fit, but you also shouldn't keep people in your life, and that's even family. If they hurt you, if they make you feel less than what you're worth, then you need to at least distance yourself. Not cut them off always, but just distance yourself. And if you distance yourself and they just up and decide that they don't want to be your friend, then let it be that. There was a reason apparently. So that's kind of how I feel about that. I have some wonderful people in my life. I mean, some friends that have not left me no matter how I was, or if I didn't want to hang out, or I got real ugly and had some episodes, whatever it was, they've never stopped being my friend. My friend Liz, we could go a long time without talking and pick up right off like it was just yesterday. I loved that about our friendship. And I could be me and completely me. And she didn't judge me. She loved me for exactly who I was. And I felt the same about her. Yeah, we shared some stuff that we felt passionately about, like animals. We believed in caring for animals, like doing what you can to help animals. And we were completely against animal cruelty. And we had both been through some very bad abusive relationships. We loved our kids, and we'd been single moms, and we had stuff in common. But I'm just saying, like, and we had known each other since we were young, but there's a lot of people that I knew from when I was young that have left my life for one reason or another. You know, I grew up in a very small town. I think I told you, with small town mentality, like small minds. And I say that because a lot of people, um, my children are biracial, and they didn't like that. They didn't like it when I started dating people that weren't of my race. You know, we're all the human race, but that's not how they saw it. And they literally, a few of them told me things right to my face about it. So, you know, knowing somebody for a long time doesn't mean anything, but her and I just, we had a bond. It started with her being best friends with my baby sister, and she became a part of our family. And I have other friends like that. My friend Lisa, I've known her since I was in 7th grade, and we were not the best of friends right at first, but our senior year, we became really close. And I don't know now what I would do without that friendship. We lost touch for a long time. She did some traveling, went to Alaska, all kinds of stuff. And me, I was out partying and stuff, and we lost track. But guess what? When we found that friendship, when we found each other again, that friendship just started off like it had never ended. It was amazing and wonderful. And I I love her like a sister to this day. When my mom was passing, she called me to say she'd be, she was hurrying. She's like an hour or two away from me. And I said, well, Mama might not, because she was close to my mom. And I said, Mama will probably might not be here when you get here. And she said, that's okay, because I'm not going for her. I'm going for you. And she knew I'd been up all night with my mom. And she took me for a cruise and let other people sit with Mama. And I needed that. I needed to just go for a ride and vent and stuff. And she stayed as long as she could, because Mom was still alive when she got there. And she stayed as long as she could. And then it was getting late, and she had a long drive home. And so she left. And that was okay. But she was there. And that, I don't know if she knows this, forever will mean the world to me. So I'm crying. It's 4th of July is my mama's birthday, and the fact that May went by so fast. June flies by, then July's right here. And yeah, I have some exciting stuff going on in July, but I'm happy for 4th of July, because, my mama wouldn't have been on this earth if she hadn't had her birthday. I mean, that's how that works. If you aren't birthed, then okay, I'm being silly, but it also makes me sad because I miss her. But anyway, so yeah, I really feel like, to have a good self-esteem, you don't have to have anybody to love yourself and believe in yourself, but in most cases, you cannot go through life without having people in your life. And I've learned to love myself and to know my boundaries, and through good friendships and knowing when to end bad ones. Now, I never had boundaries, and I never ended bad friendships and relationships, and they always ended because of someone else. I did not know how to put my foot down, and I now do, and I'm very proud of that. I have a friend who went through a horrible marriage. I mean, it was good, but he was very emotionally manipulative, and then things happened at the end of the marriage that were really awful for her, and it left her feeling like she wasn't good enough. And she's beautiful and a sweet soul, beautiful inside and out, and just a sweet soul. And she's a friend of mine, and she's what made me think of this today, as far as, I wish she could see herself through other people's eyes, because this man, and I'm not saying it's all men that do this, bad relationships, period, do this to us. But this man in this relationship, in their marriage, just really tore her down. And then in the okay, I don't know why my video just stopped, but it did. So we'll start off where this man just, he cheated on her and he made her feel like something was wrong with her. There wasn't anything wrong with her. Okay. Um, I mean, none of us are perfect, but it wasn't her. It was something in him. And I wish she could see herself through my eyes, because I just think she's amazing and a great person. And she's starting to see somebody, and she said she can't let the guard down about how awful her last relationship was and her insecurities. And I told her that when she finds the right man, he will love her regardless of all that. LJ knows. I still every once in a while get very self-conscious and suspicious, and because I've been through such bad things, and he just rolls with it, and he loves me, and he loves me exactly for who I am. All the broken pieces and the paranoia, and we should expect that from our friends too. Now, should they let us abuse them and treat them shitty? No. But if someone drains you, it doesn't necessarily mean they're bad people, but is it really a friendship that you need to stay close with? You know, I said you didn't have to cut them off, but I have someone in my life that they reach out to me every so often. It's someone I should be very close to, and I'm not. That reaches out to me when she feels like it. So when she reaches out, I reach back. Every once in a while, I'll reach out. For a long time, I beat myself up about our relationship, and now I've just learned that I'm not a priority in her life. I don't want to be number one, but if someone doesn't think about you, then you move on. And I'm not good at keeping in touch. I will admit that. I'm trying to be better at reaching out to people, but this is I can't go into details about it, but it's just, I haven't cut them off. I just know my place, and so I just go with that, and I don't let it get to me. I don't overthink it like I used to, and I'm actually a much happier person. So sometimes we need to distance ourselves, or cut people, or sometimes cut people completely out of our life. Not because we want to be mean to them, but for our own sanity and our own happiness, or our own peace of mind. It never made me happy that someone left my life, or that I had to cut someone out of my life. It never made me happy, but it gave me peace of mind a lot of the time. So that's how I feel about that. And especially when you deal with mental illness, your brain already convinces you of stuff that's not real, like, you know, how people feel about you or whatever. And if you grew up like me, I was always taller than everybody in school. Then I started gaining weight, and I was heavier than most people in school. And so I was very self-conscious. I still am. I am working on not caring what people think about how I look. Look, I'm not wearing sleeves. And I watched something the other day that's this woman saying at her age, she doesn't think women her age should go wear sleeveless. Well, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm a big girl. And I spent most of my life covering up my legs and my arms because I was fat. Y'all, it's too hot. It's too hot for a menopausal woman who's, well, skinny or fat. But fat, you sweat in places you don't when you're skinny. You know what? Don't be ashamed of being real skinny. Don't. I had a friend who, she ate more than I did and stayed skinny, and people assumed she was on drugs, and she wasn't, and she felt bad about being skinny. And then there's me, who I covered myself up even in the summer as much as I could, because people didn't like, they wanted to stare, and they didn't like how I looked. You know what? Flap and all, I'm happy. It's hot. It's hot. And so I don't hang out with people who think that I shouldn't wear a sleeveless dress, or you know, shorts. Some people think fat people shouldn't wear shorts. Well, my goodness, you don't think we get hot too? Or they make fun of a skinny girl because she doesn't have no booty and she's bony. And y'all, we're all beautiful in our own way. It don't matter how we're made. Our friends should be are supporters. And if you don't have friends and you're not in a relationship where you can feel secure in how you look and who you are, then you are not in good company. And I know that my real friends accept me exactly how I am, and I can wear whatever I want and they're not going to say anything. And those strangers that don't like the way I look, well, they ain't my friends. So I really shouldn't care. That's the truth. I should not care what they think of me. And I don't. To be honest, like I used to worry all the time if someone was staring at me or my fat stomach or if I wore something that was a little revealing. Not anymore. I have friends who love me exactly how I am. I'm sure I frustrate them, and sometimes they probably bang their head against a wall because of me, because I'm just that person that makes people feel that way sometimes. But in the end, they still love me. And if any of them are watching right now, because I have quite a few, um, thank you for loving me, and thank you for letting me be me. I think that's it. I hope this was a mental health Monday. I really, maybe somebody needed to hear that it's okay to keep some people out of your life because they cause you pain. And emotional pain is just as bad as physical pain, sometimes worse, because no one can, it's not an obvious thing. So, anywho, I love y'all. I hope you have a good day. I will have some more videos coming up. I did not videotape yesterday, but I was not going to miss Mental Health Monday. And have a beautiful day and a beautiful week. Love y'all. And my little clicker. I was all happy and it's not working. Okay, hey. So, I forgot something, which is I decided to do a segment on Mental Health Mondays that I ask my subscribers, my friends, my YouTube friends, and family, your friends and family to me, to tell me what their bright spot of their week or day, bright spot of today is. How's that? What's the bright spot of today? And I have to share a bright spot. This is why I decided to do it, because I want to share my bright spot with y'all, which is that I have baby jalapenos and a baby shishitu, I think that's how you say it, shishitu sweet pepper growing. And so I cannot wait for the garden update this week, y'all. I have baby peppers to show. So that's my bright spot. What is yours? I would love to hear what your bright spots are. Okay, that really is it now. Love y'all.